BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gaurav Gupta and I welcome all of you to the series of sessions that is called Last Lap to TISSNET. And today we are going to take on one of the most important areas of arithmetic, of mathematics, that is arithmetic. Now, arithmetic, be it any examination, has always been an area which consists of the maximum weightage in mathematics section. Now, over the years in TISSNET as well, the story has been the same. So, in the last year, in 2022, 21, 20, and so on, whichever paper of TISSNET or any other examination you will see, you'll find that arithmetic has always been an area in which at least 1/3 of the questions of this section has been asked. So, today, in this last session of the last lab to TISSNET, we'll be talking about arithmetic. And like all of you know that we are just 3 days away from the examination. So this is the perfect time to revise some of the formulas of arithmetic and solve some of the very important questions that you might see in your actual examination. So friends, a very warm welcome to all of you. I hope I am clearly audible and visible to all of you. Can you all please quickly confirm this by just writing yes in the chat box if I am clearly audible and visible? Come on. So good evening. Okay, so Shubham, hello. I've already started getting the messages from all of you. So Shubham, hello. Other students can also please quickly confirm if I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you so that we can start this session as soon as possible. All right, so a lot of students are already joining in. So friends, last lap to TISSNET mathematics, and today's topic will be arithmetic. Now, arithmetic, I can say that as always, this has been a very important chapter, right? So मैं आपके MBA CT के lecture रोज देखता हूँ. Thank you, Shubham. Thank you if you watch my sessions on daily basis. Thank you very much. Good to know this thing. So let us begin with this session. Now, first of all, talking about the weightage in TISSNET. So obviously, this is quantitative aptitude and the sub area is arithmetic. Now, this is all of you would know. I don't need to tell you this particular thing that this is one of the most important areas as well as one of the most scoring areas in the mathematics section. Yes, so all the topics, all the chapters that are there in arithmetic are very easy. And students, like I have seen a lot of students, even after just preparing arithmetic properly, they have aced a lot of examinations. But I will not recommend this thing. I will recommend that you must complete all the areas and put more focus on arithmetic, because nearly 1/3 of the quantitative section comprises of arithmetic part. So this is the most important, having largest weightage, and I can say that the easiest area out of all the areas that comes in arithmetic, right? Okay, so in the last 2 or 3 days, it will be recommendable, it will be highly recommendable to all of you to put more focus, to put more time as far as arithmetic revision is concerned. Also, tomorrow I'll be bringing one more session for all of you in which I'll be discussing the last minute tips and basically and how to attempt the examination, right? So the last minute tips and how to attempt the examination. This is a session that I have specially conducted for all of you. So this is to be scheduled tomorrow at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. So we'll see you again with that. But today we'll put more focus on arithmetic, right? Now, these are the topics that we are going to discuss in today's session. So these are the 4 topics: percentages and its applications in simple interest, compound interest, and profit, loss, and discount. Next, it will be ratios and its applications in averages, mixtures, and allegations, time and work, time, speed, and distance. So the questions that you will be seeing today will be from any of these areas, right? Now, but before that, we'll be revising some of the important formulas of each of these chapters, starting from percentages and its applications. Now, in percentages and its applications, especially percentages, everything is dependent on percentage change. Everything is dependent on percentage change, percentage increase, percentage decrease. So this is the formula that we can use to find out percentage change. Now percentage change, if it is an increase, then it will be final value minus original value divided by original value multiplied by 100, right? Or if it is a decrease, then I can say that it will be original value minus the final value, but the denominator will always be the original value multiplied by 100. So percentage change can be calculated as the change in value, whether it is an increase or a decrease, divided by original value multiplied by 100, right? So this is one very important thing that is used in profit and loss as well as a simple interest, compound interest, because everywhere we need to calculate percentage change. What is profit percentage? The profit percentage is when cost price is increased by profit percentage, we get the selling price. Or I can say profit percentage is the percentage change or the percentage increase between cost price and the selling price, where cost price is initial value and the selling price is the final value, right? So what I recommend to my students is no need to learn separate formulas for profit and loss, and you can rely only on this particular concept. I'll not even call it a formula, I'll call it a concept of percentage change, right? So if you have a proper clarity of percentage change, then you can solve any question related to the application of percentages, right? Now let's move forward and look at one of the I can say most used formula, most used concept in percentages as a shortcut. So this particular thing, the successive percentage change, is used at as a shortcut at a lot of places. Now, if you have more than one percentage change, let's say there are two percentage changes, a value is increased by 20% and then further increased by 10%, and we have to find out the net percentage change, right? So this kind of change is called a successive percentage change. Successive means one after the other, right? So if we have a successive percentage change, then to find out the net percentage change, you can always use this formula. Now generally this formula is written as a plus b plus a into b upon 100. Now I have inserted the negative signs in case if it is a percentage decrease. So as you can see with these values, 20 percentage increase, so the value of a will be plus 20. 10 percentage increase, the value of b will be plus 10. But in case you have a percentage decrease, then the value of that particular variable will be negative, and you have to be careful while using this formula. Now one common mistake that people will do is they will just commit a mistake in writing plus and minus signs. So decrease होता है, decrease में भी वो plus का sign लगा देते हैं, and they end up getting the wrong value of the net percentage change. So just be extra careful if you have done this mistake in the past, or I'll say that whatever mistakes you have done in the past, you must be having a proper note of that. You must be having a proper mental note of all those mistakes, and whenever such problems comes in front of you, once again, try to be a little careful and a little slow. 4-5 सेकंड एक्स्ट्रा लगा दोगे बट एक्यूरेसी पे ज्यादा ध्यान रखोगे, then it will be more fruitful to all of you. All right. Okay. Now Sayani says, wish this session was aired at least a week before. Wonder how I'll prepare in such a short span. Sayani, this session is not conducted to help you with the preparation, but it is conducted to help you with the revision of all these concepts. Okay. So I believe you should have done proper preparation like at least a month back. Let's continue and look at the other formulas. Now these are the formulas of profit and loss. So like I said that profit and loss के लिए कुछ separate अलग से formula करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can solely depend on the concept of percentage change. So if you have cost price and the selling price, so I can say that cost price is nothing but the initial value and selling price is the final value, right? So initial value and final value. So if final value is greater than initial value, then we have a percentage increase, and that will give you a profit. Similarly, if final value is less than initial value, then it will be a percentage decrease, and it will be called as loss percentage. So just by this clarity, you can move ahead and solve every question which is related to profit, loss, or discount. Similarly, if I look at discount, so in case of discount, Marked price is the initial value and selling price is the final value. Now, discount will always decrease the mark price to obtain the selling price. So, discount percentage जो भी होगा, it will always be a decrease. It will always be a percentage decrease. All right, fine. So, we'll take another 2-3 minutes and quickly revise these formulas before we'll start with the questions. Okay. Now, next is simple interest, compound interest. So, simple interest, you all will know that the formula is principal into rate into time divided by 100. Compound interest, principal bracket 1 plus r upon 100 raised to the power n. So, this part is amount, and from amount, if I'll subtract the principal, you will get the value of compound interest. Okay, so just revising all these formulas so that you will not have any kind of problem in this session or probably in the examination. Okay, good Sayani, if you have done that. So load क्या है यार, मतलब आज हम revise कर रहे हैं, so you will get to solve some new questions. And I'm telling you very frankly, intentionally I have kept the level of difficulty slightly higher. ओके थोड़ा सा हाई रखा है मैंने, ऑब्वियसली नॉट एज डिफिकल्ट एज द लेवल ऑफ कैट, बट टिस्नेट का जो एक्चुअल लेवल है, I have taken previous year papers as well, so I understand the level of difficulty of mathematics section in TISSNET. So today in this session, just higher, slightly higher, not at all very difficult, because I want all of you to solve all these things. Okay. All right, let's move ahead and look at the next set of formulas. The formulas based on weighted averages. Now this comes under ratio and proportion. Now all of you must be knowing how to calculate the average, but in case you have to calculate the weighted average, so W1 into X1. So I'll take an example for this. So let's say number of boys in a class is 20 and number of girls in a class is 30. Now, average age of all these 20 boys is 25 and average age of these girls is 23. Now, if we want to calculate the total average, the net average of the entire class, then we use the concept of weighted average. So, the total age of the boys will be 20 into 25 and the total age of girls will be 30 into 23. I'll add these ages and we'll divide it by the total number of students. So number of students in the class is 20 plus 30. All right. So this will give you the weighted average or the average age of all the students in the class. Okay. Now, anyone who is targeting LLM course, so definitely if it has aptitude, so LLM में aptitude भी होता है. Okay, so if it has aptitude, then definitely this session will be helpful. And in every aptitude examination, you will find a lot of questions from arithmetic. Okay, now moving forward, time and work, time, speed, distance. So speed is equal to distance upon time. Distance is equal to speed into time, whatever you can say. Average speed is one of the most important concepts in time, speed, distance, where average speed is not the average of speeds, but it is calculated as the total distance traveled divided by total time taken. So this is the formula for average speed. Now moving ahead, looking at the formulas for relative speeds. Formula kuch nahi hai, it's just the concept that you need to remember. When two objects are moving in same direction, then their relative speed is the difference of their speeds. So larger minus the smaller one. That is why I have applied the modulus. So when objects are traveling in same direction, both are moving on the right hand side or both are moving on the left hand side. Okay. Then in that case, the relative speed of these two objects, these two bodies will be the difference of their speeds. If they are traveling in opposite directions, that means either towards each other or away from each other, then the relative speeds will be the sum of their speeds. All right. So these are all the concepts that you need to know. And now let us come to the point and start solving the questions. Now, before I'll start, definitely I'll be giving enough of time, let's say 1.5 minutes to solve every question. After which I'll be doing the analysis, will be giving you the solution. Now, in this 1.5 minute that I'll be giving you, I want all of you to be solving all these questions. Try to give your 100%. Treat this session as if this is the examination of TISSNET. Okay, so revision kar rahe ho, to revision properly karo, and you can also test yourself. It's just that you'll not be getting any marks for whatever your answer will be. So don't be afraid of giving the answer. All right. So all the best. Let's have a look at the first question. The first question on your screen now. Now this question is a slightly twisted question based on time and work. So let's see what method you will be using to give me an answer for this one. If Anita worked alone, she would take 6 days more to complete the task than if both Anita and Beena worked together. If Beena worked alone, then she would take 24 days more to complete the job if Anita and Beena worked together, right? So the question is, how many days would they take to complete the work if both of them worked together? A very simple question to start with, right? So it's just the amount of solving that will be required in this question. Let's see who will be the first person to give me a correct answer. So there are almost 50 students already there in the lecture. I want answer from all of you, each and every one of you. Still no answers? All right, so Himanshu, first one to give an answer. Good, Himanshu. We still need to know that if it is a correct answer or not. Yulia has given the answer. Okay, Naman. So three answers. Let me solve this. Now, this is not that difficult. I don't understand why, like, out of 50 students, only 3 or 4 students have answered this question. So let's have a look at the solution. Now, the work is being done in 3 ways: A, B, and the third way is A and B together, right? Now, if I'll assume that A and B together can finish this piece of work in X days, then after reading the first statement, I can say that Anita will take 6 days more than that. So the number of days taken by Anita will be X plus 6, and the number of days taken by Beena will be X plus 24. If together they can finish the piece of work in X days, Anita alone can do in X plus 6 and Beena alone can do in X plus 24. I'll apply the simple formula. 1 day work 1 upon X plus 6 plus 1 upon X plus 24 is equal to 1 upon X. Now taking LCM, doing cross multiplication, we can find the value of X. Now I've got answer from a lot of you. So let's see if 12 is the correct answer. I am hopeful that 12 should be the correct answer because this is the answer given by all of you. Nice, good to see. So LCM लेते हैं. X plus 6 into X plus 24, and numerator में it will be X plus 24 plus X plus 6, that is 2X plus 30, and that is equal to 1 upon X. Now doing cross multiplication, I'll get 2X square plus 30X is equal to X square plus 30X plus 144, right? So 30X will get cancelled on both sides and X square will come on the left hand side. So X square is equal to 144 and the value of X will be equal to 12. There will be a negative value, but I'll have to ignore the negative value because this is the number of days. So X is equal to 12. I've got the value. Now I have a habit whenever I attempt any examination, and I suggest this thing to students as well. So whenever you get the value of X, just look at the last line of the question, what actually they are asking. So they're asking how many days would they take to complete the work if both of them work together. So yes, they are asking the value of x. So now it is safe to mark the answer as 12. Now what this particular exercise will do, ये जो last में किया ना, answer आने के बाद just read the last line of the question. This will help you in marking a correct answer. A lot of times it happens that x का value 12 आ गया, but they have asked the value of 2x. Okay, so answer 24 होना चाहिए था या फिर answer कुछ और होना चाहिए था. So we have spent the time, we have got the correct answer, we have not done anything incorrect, we have not done anything wrongly, and still we have marked the wrong answer. We have like, ठीक है, इस exam में negative marking नहीं है, but still we are losing on positive marks. So it will take you hardly 2 or 3 seconds more to read the last line and identify what is being asked, and after that you can mark your answer. All right, so yes, 12 is the correct answer for this question. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2, mixtures and allegations. Again, if you are thorough with the concept of allegations, this question should not be any problem for all of you. Meanwhile, if you like the first question, my explanation, please do press the like button. I can see I have 50 plus students in this session and only 20 likes. So please friends, do increase the number of likes simultaneously. A milkman has 2 containers having mixtures of milk and water. The ratio of milk and water in the first and second container are 2:5 and 7:3. Find the ratio in which the contents of these 2 containers are mixed such that the resultant has milk and water in the ratio 2:3. Now with every question, I'll be telling you what all important things that you need to take care while solving such questions at the time of the examination. ठीक है? So अभी time है आपके पास. You can keep noting down these very important pointers that you need to take care during the examination, not before the examination, but once you have started your examination. So in the previous question, I have given you one tip. With this question, I'll give you one more tip. Okay. All right. So Pranjal has given the answer. Yes, Sayani, yes. So basically, after mixing whatever the total quantity of milk is, whatever the total quantity of water is, you have to find this is given as 2:3. So you have to find out फर्स्ट कंटेनर में से कितना मिक्सचर लिया, सेकंड कंटेनर में से कितना मिक्सचर लिया, उस चीज का रेशियो. सो यू हैव टू फाइंड द रेशियो ऑफ द क्वांटिटीज दैट आर टेकन from these 2 containers so that the final ratio of milk and water is 2:3. Okay, so there is a particular way of doing this. Right, so I've got answer from only 2 students, Pranjul and Mayank. Now this is hardly a question of 30 seconds. Let's see. Okay, now what you need to do is, first of all, this is the ratio of milk and water in the first, this is the ratio of milk and water in the second. Now we need to apply allegations in this question, right? Now allegation will either be applied on the fraction of milk. So what you need to do is you need to consider fraction of milk for the 3 values on which we'll be applying allegations, or instead of fraction of milk, you can consider fraction of water as well. Now, if ratio of milk and water is 2:5, then the fraction of milk will be equal to 2 upon 2 plus 5, that is 7. So in the first case, the fraction of milk is 2 upon 7. In the second container, the fraction of milk is 7 upon 7 plus 3, that is 10. Finally, I want the ratio of milk and water as 2:3. Again, I'll write the fraction of milk. So it will be 2 upon 2 plus 3, that is 5. Okay, so 2 upon 5 will be the fraction of milk in the resultant container. Right? Now on these 3 values, I'll apply allegations. Okay, apply allegations. अब एलिगेशंस में क्या करते हैं, लार्जर वैल्यू माइनस द स्मॉलर वैल्यू. सो 2/7 and 2/5. I'll write this difference on the right hand side. Okay. Now 2/5 is larger. So 2/5 minus 2/7 I can calculate. So it will come out to be 14 minus 10, that is 4 upon 35. Okay. So 4 upon 35 on the right hand side. And on the left hand side, I'll write the difference of 7/10 and 2/5. So 7/10 minus 2/5, and this will come out to be 3 upon 10. Now I have these two values on which I have applied the circle. Now you can calculate the ratio of these two values. So 3 upon 10 divided by 4 upon 35 can be written as 3 divided by 10, denominator में 4 आ जाएगा and ऊपर 35. Let's simplify this ratio. So it will come out to be 21 upon 8. So 21 upon 8, that is option D. Let's see किस किसने आंसर दिया है. Now I have got this answer from very less number of students, but it is good to see that those who have given the answer, all of you have given the correct answer. So 21:8 should be the correct answer for this question. All right, let's see what is the answer. And yes, 21:8 is the correct answer. Now, one very important learning for this question is, in the actual examination, when we see this type of question, you see the ratio of milk and water. Now, just to make sure that everywhere the ratio is of milk and water, you have to just check this. The ratio of milk and water in the first and second container, and finally also the ratio of milk and water is given. Sometimes what they do is, in the first line, they will write ratio of milk and water. In the last line, they will give the ratio of water and milk. Right? Ratio उल्टा कर दिया. So ये बहुत बार ट्रिक यूज करते हैं एग्जामिनेशन में. You have to save yourself from this trick. Okay? Now सुनंदा, ऐसे क्वेश्चन यस आ सकते हैं. मैंने बोला ना स्टार्टिंग में, like I have mentioned at the beginning of this session, that I have kept the level of difficulty slightly on the higher side so that you'll be able to easily do the questions which are below this level of difficulty. So yes, you can find the questions of allegations in the examination. One important learning is, whenever you apply allegations, like in this case I've applied allegations, so what I have done is, this is the fraction of milk, this is the fraction of milk, also this is the fraction of milk. So the values on which I have applied allegations, all three of them are the fraction of milk. Okay, right? Now considering the time, Naman, if you are thorough with the concepts, then I told you this question will hardly take 30 seconds to 45 seconds. इवन अगर इसको स्लोली भी कैलकुलेट करोगे तो 1 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं लेगा. एंड इन आवर एग्जामिनेशन वी हैव 1 मिनट फॉर एवरी क्वेश्चन. ओके, ऑलराइट. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. Ahmed borrows money at 4% per annum, simple interest, payable yearly, and lends it immediately at 5% interest, compounded half yearly. 5% compounded half yearly. In this process, he gains rupees 340 at the end of the year. Find the sum that he has borrowed. So what I did is, I did a loan. I borrowed some money from my friend at 4% per annum simple interest. And then I lend it to someone else immediately at 5% interest, compounded half yearly. So I took it as at a lesser percentage and I lend it at a higher percentage. So in this process, I gained some money, which is rupees 340. So you have to find out what is the sum that I have borrowed. Okay. Now guys, in the actual examination, calculations थोड़ी सी easy हो सकती हैं. Okay. But yes, this concept can be asked in the examination. Okay. So calculations थोड़ी सी easier side पे हो सकती हैं, but you may get the questions on the similar lines asking you the similar things. Now I have kept the options favorable so that you don't have to do the final amount of calculation. Options मैंने थोड़े से favorable रखे हैं. Now, why I've kept this question here? Because I want to show you the application of one of the formulas that we did in the formula sheet today only. Okay, so this is the formula of successive percentage change. Okay, all right. So let me start with the solution. Now, at what percentage did I borrow my money? It is at 4%. Okay. Now, the only important thing is to calculate the net percentage that I will receive when I lend my money at 5% interest compounded half yearly. Okay. Now, 5% per annum compounded half yearly. इसका मतलब क्या है? Now, if 5% is per annum, so half year का interest कितना होगा? It will be 2.5. Now, 2.5% for the first half year and then 2.5% for the next half year, right? Now, compound interest is nothing but a successive percentage change. So for the first 6 months, the rate of interest is 2.5. For the next 6 months, the rate of interest is 2.5. So what will be the net rate of interest? So to find out the net rate of interest, I will use the formula of successive percentage change. The formula is, I'm writing it on the right hand side, a plus b plus a into b upon 100. So it will be 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 into 2.5, that is 6.25 divided by 100. So this will come out to be 5.0625 percentage. Okay. Now I lent my money at 4% and I borrowed the money at 4% and I'm receiving the money at 5.0625 percentage. Okay. अभी तक calculations बिल्कुल भी difficult नहीं है. Now, how much am I earning? I'm earning 1.0625 percentage, right? I borrowed at 4%. I lent at 5 point something percentage. All right. So what I'm doing is I am getting 1.0625 percentage of the principal. This is my earning, right? This is my gain. Now, what is the gain that is given in the question? The gain is given as 340. Okay, so if you write the value of principal, it will be 34000, right? Divided by 1.0625. 34,000 divided by 1.0625. Okay, right? So now look at this final calculation. Either you can do the calculation, otherwise if you want to save your time, the options are favorable here. Obviously my answer has to be less than 34,000. Okay, right? Now if the denominator is 1, the answer will be 34,000. Denominator is slightly higher than 1. So my answer will be slightly lower than 34,000. अब 34,000 से just छोटा एक ही option है, that is 32,000. So 32,000 should be the correct answer for this question. All right. अगर exact calculation करोगे, so 32,000 आ जाएगा answer. Again, I'm telling you that this is slightly higher level of difficulty as far as calculation is concerned. Examination में similar concept can be asked, but the calculations will be much easier. Okay. All right. Let's move ahead and look at the next question. Now this one is an easy question. बहुत easy question है. So question based on averages. The average marks of 50 students in chemistry test is 86. Later it is found that 3 marks, this and this were wrongly entered as this and this. So these are the correct marks, okay? And they are wrongly entered as 60, 63 and 61 respectively. The average after the mistake was corrected. So the corrected average will be equal to which one of these numbers? Now I'll give you a wonderful trick to solve this question. Okay? Now this method is called deviation method. Name is not very important, but the method is important. Okay? And this method actually saves a lot of time. All right. So Kodidas, your answer, I have got it. Okay. So you're saying option A. Nice. Anyone else who can give the answer? Pranjul, good. Now, if you have this type of questions and a clarity of averages once again, then you should not be taking more than 20-25 seconds to get this answer. I'm actually serious. ठीक है 20 से 25 seconds लगने चाहिए maximum 30 seconds 45 seconds लगा लो but उससे ज्यादा नहीं लगने चाहिए because this question has very minimal amount of calculations. Okay, now original average is 86. This is the original average, right? Now the values that were entered wrongly were 60, 63 and 61. If they are corrected, they will become 56, 58 and 72. So these are the wrong values and these are the corrected values. Now after correction, what has happened? The first value has decreased by 4. The second value has decreased by 5 and the third value will increase by 11. So what is the net change in the sum of the marks? So I'm calculating net change in sum. All right. So the sum 11 minus 5 minus 4, that is sum will increase by 2. Okay. So after whatever correction has been done, sum जो है वो 2 से increase हो गया. Now, if the sum has increased by 2, then obviously the average will increase. Okay, so average originally was 86. Now the new average should be more than 86. So two options can easily be eliminated, right? Now, out of the remaining two options, originally one of the options was 86. Okay, originally one option was 86, but मैंने intentionally उस option को change कर दिया, right? Because I also wanted to show you कि यार calculations भी करनी है तो कैसे करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so now if one of these options is 86, let's say इस option को हटा के मैं 86 कर देता हूं, right? So now you have a clarity without solving that the answer should be greater than 86 and there is only one option which is greater than 86, right? So option A would have been the answer. But in presence of both these options A and B, you can say that if the sum will increase by 2, then the average will increase by the sum, which is 2 divided by number of people. Okay, this sum will be divided among 50 students. So 2 upon 50 is 0.04. So the average will increase by 0.04 and the new average should be 86 plus 0.04, that is 86.04. Okay. So Nanda 84 क्यों नहीं हुआ? Because we have seen that the sum will increase after the correction. Okay. अगर sum increase करेगा तो average भी increase होगी. Originally the average was 86. So the new average, the corrected average should be more than 86. That is why 84 and 85.9 will not be the answers. Okay, fine. Exactly, Naman. You are absolutely correct. Thank you for helping other students. Good, Naman. So the correct answer here is 86.04. Let's move on to question number 5. Question number 5. A simple question on time speed distance, but a small application of percentage calculation will also be required here. A very simple question. A man leaves Delhi at 7:30 a.m. in his car and expects to reach the place 320 kilometers from Delhi at 11:30 a.m. But at 9:30 a.m. he finds that he covered only 45% of the distance. So I can say that in these 2 hours he has covered 45% of 320. By how much does he have to increase the speed of the car in order to reach the destination on time? So if he has to reach at 11:30, obviously he'll have to increase the speed, because in the first 2 hours he has covered only 45%. In the next 2 hours he has to cover the remaining distance. Okay, so you have to find out by what value he will increase his speed to reach on time. So now this is the exact level of difficulty that you may find in your actual examination. बहुत easy सा question है, straightforward question है. Okay, great. So I can start solving this one. Easy question hai. So in the first 2 hours, the person has covered 45% of the total distance, that is 320 kilometers. Okay, 45% of 320 kilometers, that is equal to 144 kilometers. So in 2 hours, the distance covered is 144 kilometers. So the speed in the first part of the journey is 144 divided by 2, that is 72 kilometer per hour, right? Till 9:30, he has covered 144. Now he has to reach his destination at 11:30. So that means in the next 2 hours, he has to cover the remaining distance. So remaining distance is 320 minus 144, that will be equal to 176 kilometers. Okay, so speed in the second part of the journey will be 176 distance upon time. So this will be equal to 88 kilometers, right? So 88 kilometers per hour will be the speed in the second part of the journey, right? Now earlier it was 72, now it is 88. So the increase in speed, clearly 88 minus 72, that is 16 kilometers per hour. So he has to increase the speed by 16 kilometers per hour to achieve what he has decided, what he has expected. So all of you have given a correct answer. Nice, good to see that. But the number of answers is very less. So here correct answer is 16. Now I'll take a pause for a few seconds. Again, one suggestion that I give every time, I'm also giving you right now, is to solve these questions in the live format. So people, more than 70 students are attending, and I can get the answers from only 15 to 20 students. So it's a suggestion to all of you, if you want to make the most out of this session. So you need to solve all these questions in the live format. At least try solving, give your answer, give your 100%. Okay, great. So let's move forward. But before moving to the next question, question number 6, I'm checking the number of likes, and it is only 30 with 70 students in this session. So please friends, take out a few seconds, increase my motivation, and please do press the like button. Thank you if you have done that. All right, so let's move ahead and look at the next question, question number 6. A number x is to be added to 37.5% of 480 to have the sum as 44.44% of 630. We have to find the value of 3 by 4x. So now why I've kept this question is to make you understand the relevance of these percentages. Okay, so you have to make your calculations easier, right? So 37.5 percentage and 44.44 percentage. Looking at these percentage, there should be a bell that must ring in your mind. Try to make the calculations easy by converting these fractions, by converting these percentages in their fractional equivalent. Again, hardly a question of 45 seconds. Abhishek, first one to give an answer. Good. I don't know if this is a correct one or not. कम ऑन पीपल यार, इतना इजी क्वेश्चन है, इसका तो आंसर दे सकते हैं सब लोग. So there are 70 plus students. I want 70 plus answers in the chat box. I'll give you some extra time for this. All right. ठीक है. चलिए, let me start solving. Meanwhile, let's see how many of you can give the answer. So when x is added to, now 37.5 percentage of any number, when it is converted into fractions, it will become 3 by 8. So 37.5%. So 37.5% can be written as 3 by 8. So 3 by 8 of 480. And the sum is equal to 44.44%. 11.11 percentage is 1 upon 9. So 44.44 percentage will be equal to 4 upon 9. So 4 upon 9 multiplied by 630. Now, as soon as you will write this step, you will understand that the question has become very easy for you. Okay. Sonal, you are asking for any last moment tips. So I have specially conducted a session tomorrow at 3 o'clock where I'll be telling you what should be the last minute tips, where I'll be giving you some tips and will also be telling you how to actually attempt the examination. Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. with this session. Okay. Now solving this, x is equal to, this part will be 70. So 280 minus 180, that is 100. Okay. Now x is equal to 100. I should have kept 100 among the options. My mistake. Okay. Now the question is, we have to find out 3 by 4x, that is 3 by 4 of 100. Now, a lot of you would have marked 100 अगर वो options में होता. So answer will be 75. And yes, the correct answer should be option C, which most of you have given it correctly. Right. So 75 is the correct answer. How to convert decimal to fractions? Now, Angela, first of all, to convert decimals, इनको अगर fraction में करना है तो divided by 100. Okay. But at the time or in the examination hall, you cannot afford to do that because it will consume a lot of time. So you need to remember a lot of fractional equivalents of percentages. Okay. Few days back, I have taken some sessions on percentages. Okay. In which I have explained the relevance of remembering percentage equivalents of fractions. So please do that. Please go through that session. Question number 7. Next. The cost price of an item is 3 by 7 of its mark price. And if it is sold at a discount of 25%, then there will be a profit of how much percentage? Now, again, I'll give you a trick to make your calculations at least look easy. Okay? All right. Any answer? Okay. So two answers, 72% and 75%. All right, let's start solving this. Now, cost price of an item is 3 by 7 of its mark price. Okay, so I can say that cost price upon mark price is equal to 3 upon 7. Now to make calculations easy, you can assume the values of cost price and mark price which are in the ratio 3:7. So I can assume cost price as 300 and mark price as 700, right? Now after this, they are giving a discount of 25%. So discount of 25%. So mark price is 700. A discount of 25% is given. So 25 percentage of 700 will be the discounted value. Okay, so 25 percentage of 700, 1/4 of 700 calculate karna hai. This will be 175. So after removing discount, the selling price will become 700 minus 175, that is 525. So this is selling price and this is cost price. Now you can easily calculate the profit percentage. So profit percentage will be, profit is how much? 225 divided by cost price multiplied by 100. And upon calculation, this will come out to be 75%. Okay, so the correct answer should be option D in this case. So a lot of you have given a correct answer, but some of you earlier gave option C as the answer. I hope you have understood what mistake you have done. Okay, let's move forward and look at question number 8. Again, I want an answer from every one of you. This is easy question, ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है. This is just a simple application of ratios. So grandfather divides his property so that his grandson's share to his son's share and son's share to his granddaughter's share are both in the ratio 3:2. If the granddaughter gets 55,000 less than the grandson, then the value in rupees of the total property of the original property is how much? So this is just the game of ratios, nothing more than that. Okay, simple, straightforward question hai. Not heavy calculations are required in this case. Okay, you just need to be a little extra careful while looking at the share of these three people. Okay, what is given, what is being asked, just that. Just follow line by line and you will get a correct answer. Okay, I've already started getting the answers. Nice, nice. चलिए slowly solve करते हैं इसको. Now the ratio of grandson to son is 3:2 and son to granddaughter is also 3:2. Now I have to find the compounded ratio. That means the combined ratio of grandson, son and granddaughter. So what I'll do is I'll multiply the first ratio by 3 and multiply the second ratio by 2. So the first ratio will become 9:6 and second ratio will become 6:4. So now this ratios can be merged. A very simple thing that we learn in the basics of ratios. Ratios अगर attain किया है, ratios अगर study किया है, तो in the first 10-15 minutes this particular thing is taught. Okay, so the ratio of grandson, son and granddaughter is 9:6:4. Okay, so I can say that their values can be taken as 9x, 6x and 4x. Now the difference between the grandson's and granddaughter's share is given as 55,000. So this difference 9x and 4x, the difference will be 5x, which is 55,000. So the value of x will be 11,000. Now I need to find out the total property. This will be the sum of these three numbers. 9x plus 6x plus 4x, that is 19x. So x का value 11,000 है. So 19x will be 19 into 11,000. That is 209,000. Okay. So 209,000. Yes, we have it among the options. Option A. And जिसने भी आंसर दिया है सबने सही दिया. Dr. Aman Yadav, your answer is not correct. So I hope you have understood. Wirehouse, your answer is also not correct. So I hope both of you have understood what mistake you have committed. Okay. So the correct answer, yes, it is option A. And with this, let's move on to question number 9. But again, a small request to all of you. There are more than 80 students and only 55 likes. So please, let's keep a target to increase the number of likes to 75. So 75 is the target that I have given you. I'll keep discussing the questions. Don't you worry. We are not yet finished. We still have plenty of questions in this session, but please do press the like button and cross at least 75. Okay. चलिए start करते हैं और continue करते हैं question number 9. Now question number 9, a question of time and work. एक सेकेंड थोड़ा पीछे जाते हैं. Yes, so 9x minus 4x is 5x. This is what I wrote. Okay, so Sunanda, you were asking. So Sunanda, this is the difference between the granddaughters and grandsons share. Okay, so that was 5x. Naman and Anushka, thank you for clarification. Thank you. Chaliye, question number 9. Sneha and Shelly can do a piece of work in 30 days. Shelly and Maria can do the similar work in 24. And Maria and Sneha can do in 20 days. How many days will Sneha take to do the work by herself? So if Sneha will do alone, in how many days she can finish the work? Again, for this one, I'll give you a method using which you should be able to do this question in less than a minute. ठीक है? Generally हम इस question में लगे रहते हैं, solve करते रहते हैं, and we don't make the calculations easy for us. But we'll give you a method using which you will be able to make calculations easy. Varun, as soon as TISSNET examination will be over, as in 25th of this month, February, so immediately after that, we'll be starting a lot of sessions based on MHCT. Already we have started conducting sessions on MHCT. So you can go through the YouTube channel, and in the last 1 month, we have conducted, or I'll not say even last 1 month, last 1.5 month, we have conducted a lot of sessions. And once TISSNET is over, our 100% focus will be on MHCT exam. All right, so I'm getting answers from some of you. Nice. अभी तक तो हो जाना चाहिए था ये. So let's start with this. Now Sneha and Shelly, I call them A and B. So A and B together can finish the work in 30 days. Next couple, B and C, can finish in 24 days. These are days. And C and A together can finish the work in 20 days. Okay. Now for this type of questions, what I do is I assume the total work. I assume total work such that it is completely divisible by these three numbers, 30, 24 and 20. Okay. So I'll consider total work as 120. So 120 is the number that is divisible by, yes, Naman, LCM 120, absolutely. So 120 is the number which is completely divisible by all these. So now I can say that if A and B will work, then their one day work. So 30 days में वो 120 units work करते हैं, right? A and B together in 30 days can finish 120 units of work. So their one day work will be 120 divided by 30, that is 4. B and C together will finish 5 units of work, and A and C together will finish 6 units of work. So these are three equations that we need to solve. Okay. अब इन तीन equations को solve करने का भी बहुत सही तरीका है. This type of equations, whenever you see, add all three equations. If I'll add all three equations, I'm writing it. So it will become twice of A plus B plus C is equal to 15, and A plus B plus C का value will come out to be 7.5. ठीक है? So A plus B plus C will be 7.5. Now what do you have to calculate? You have to calculate it for Sneha. That means the first person A. Okay. So A plus B plus C is 7.5 and B plus C is 5. Using these two equations, I can say that the value of A will be 2.5. So value of A is 2.5. That means one day work of Sneha is 2.5, right? So if one day work of Sneha is 2.5 and total work is 120, then the time taken by Sneha to finish the entire work will be 120 divided by 2.5. Simple. So this value will come out to be 48. So 48 days is the time in which Sneha can finish the piece of work working alone. All right. So the correct answer for this question is option B, that is 48. And that was question number 9. Let's move on to question number 10. Calculation थोड़ा सा difficult है, but question easy है. Okay. So at the last step, to calculate the profit percentage, you might face some difficulty. Otherwise, the question is very simple. Now, two blends of commodity costing rupees 30 and rupees 45 per kg respectively are mixed in the ratio 2:5 by weight. If 1/7 of the mixture is sold at 52 rupees per kg and the remaining at a rate of 60 rupees per kg, then find out the profit percentage. Come on, come on. Okay, I'll give you a way in which this question can be made easy. Now, rupees 30 per kg and rupees 45 per kg, they are mixed in the ratio 2:5. So let's say I have taken 2 kgs and 5 kgs respectively of each of these. Okay, so the total money spent, the cost price will become this much. So I have taken 2 kgs and 5 kgs respectively. That means the total weight of the mixture should be 7 kgs, right? So the money spent is 60 plus 225, that is 285. Okay, so money spent is 285. This is the cost price. Now let's talk about the sales. 1/7 of the mixture. So 7 kg is the total mixture. 1/7 of that will be 1 kg. So 1 kg of the mixture is sold at 52 and the remaining, that will be 6 kgs, is sold at 60. So selling price निकालने में भी कोई problem नहीं होनी चाहिए. So it is 52 plus 360. that is 412. So this is the sales. All right. So you have the cost price, you have the selling price. You can find the profit percentage. Okay. Now profit percentage will be profit. So profit कितने rupees का हुआ है? The difference between these two, 15 and 12, 27, 127. 127 rupees profit over 285 rupees cost price into 100. ठीक है. अब इसको सॉल्व करने का तरीका, 127 is what percentage of 285? Okay. Now 285 का 50 percentage, 285 का 50 percentage कितना होगा? 142.5. This is 50 percentage. All right. Now I'm at 142.5, which is 50 percentage. I have to go at 127. So that means मुझे approximately 15 से कम करना है. So if you look at 5 percentage will be 14 point something. So subtract कर दो, 45 percentage का value आ जाएगा. That will be approximately 128. So 128 is 45%. I need 127. तो मेरा आंसर 45% से थोड़ा सा कम होना चाहिए. Again I'm telling you, मैंने कैलकुलेशन थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट रखा है, बट इन द एक्चुअल एग्जामिनेशन ये जो लास्ट स्टेप है इसमें आप लोगों को कोई ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. ठीक है. So the correct answer, yes, it is option C. I can understand why less number of students have given the answer just because of this last step of calculation. But this will be fine in the examination. Okay. Let's move ahead and look at the next easy question. So you must have understood that I have kept a mix of easy concepts with a little difficult calculations. Now, Anika and Prerna invest in the ratio 4:5. After 6 months, Shikha joins the business, investing an amount equal to that of Prerna's. Okay. At the end of the year, what will be the ratio of their profits? Very simple question, no calculation at all. All right, great, good. आसान क्वेश्चन है. Yes, it is very easy. चलिए. Now three people are there, Anika, Prerna, and later on Shikha will join. ठीक है. Now Anika and Prerna have started with the investment of 4:5. I'll consider 4 and 5. And later on Shikha joined with an amount which is equal to that of Prerna. So that means it will also be 5. But Shikha joins after 6 months. So Anika and Prerna, they started at the beginning of the year and they stayed up till the end of the year. So the number of months for them will be 12 and the number of months for Shikha will be equal to 6. Now you have to calculate the ratio of these three. That will give you the ratio in which the profits should be divided at the end of the year. So this is the question of partnerships in which the ratio of the profits is the ratio of the capital, the ratio of the products of the capital and the time period. This is what I have done. So 6 cancel कर देते हैं, ये 2 बन जाएगा, ये भी 2 बन जाएगा. So this will become 8, 10 and 5. So 8 is to 10 is to 5. Option D is the correct answer for this one. Let's move ahead and look at the next question. But again, last time, before moving on to the next question, I'm asking you the last time to please do press the like button. Be a subscriber of the channel so that you will get the notification of all the upcoming sessions. Also, you can join me tomorrow at 3 p.m. where I'll be discussing the last minute tips for TISSNET examination as well as the exam taking strategy, how you should be taking the examination, how you should be spending these 100 minutes in this TISSNET examination. All right. So we'll be discussing all these things tomorrow at 3 p.m. live on YouTube. Let's move on to the next question, question number 12. A trader sold his goods at half the list price and thus lost 25%. If he had sold on the list price, then what will be his profit percentage? Any answer? No, 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 Ashmita. Cost price and list price are not same. List price is nothing but mark price. Okay, so mark price is has the different names. So mark price, list price, tag price, maximum retail price. These are all same. These are all the mark price. Okay. Naman, I'll give you a much better method. You have assumed 150, fine, but I'll give you a much better method. अब यहाँ पे 150 तो पता नहीं चलेगा ना हर बार कितना assume करना है. So I'll give you a very general thing which can be applied everywhere in these type of questions. Okay. So let's begin with this. One last time giving you a trick. Now in these type of questions, sometimes you may assume the value of mark price or the selling price. Now we have to find the profit percentage. It will always be easier for you to assume the cost price. So cost price ko 100 assume kar lo, right? So I started by assuming cost price because I need to calculate the profit percentage, and the profit or loss percentage are calculated on the cost price. Okay, so cost price as a base calculate hota hai. So अब जो भी selling price आएगा, easily you will be able to answer or get the value of profit percentage. Okay, so I started by assuming cost price as 100. Now there was a loss of 25%, right? The loss of 25% was there. So I can say that the selling price, earlier the selling price was 100 minus 25%, that was 75. Okay, then a trader sold his goods at half the list price. So the list price or the mark price is double the selling price because he's selling at half the list price. So the list price should be double the selling price, that is 150. So this is the mark price. Now if he had sold on the list price, that means if 150 will become the selling price. So if new selling price is 150 and the cost price is 100, then what will be the profit percentage? The profit percentage is 50%. All right. So always better to start by assuming cost price as 100, then calculate whatever other prices are, and you'll be able to find it in a much easier way. Calculations थोड़ी सी reduce हो जाएंगी. Okay. All right. Great. So that was 150 percentage as the profit percentage, and that was the last question. So that's it from my side for the day. I hope you would have liked this session. One last time, I request all of you to please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Don't forget to join us on 25th of February, that is on the day of examination of TISSNET at 5:30 p.m. for the detailed analysis of TISSNET 2023. CAT 2023 comprehensive program. Anybody who want to enroll in the new batches? So yes, we do have availability for new batches. The complete details of this program are given on your screen, so you can be a part of BYJU'S Exam Prep by joining one of these programs. That's all from my side, my dear friends. You can follow us on these platforms. Thank you very much and have a wonderful time before your examination and during the examination as well. All the best to all of you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.